Mechanical notes. Mechanical notes are a mandatory element of drafting. They appear as mechanical notes of an element, containing specific information about a certain part of a structure or construction. Let's examine the main functions of mechanical notes provided by the nanoCAD program. We'll also create a multi-leader style and identify key functions in the mechanical notes editor. The first mechanical notes button offers 8 positions. Each of them has its name and a depiction of how they will look on the drawing. Basically, the name of each sign speaks for itself. We'll first use the universal note. Let's arbitrarily construct a rectangle. Call the universal note, after which the following dialog box with function settings will open. Settings like Add String, Remove String, Simple Note, or Multiline Note, Frame. Types, Arrow Formatting. Text alignment, and additional tools, for example, Insert Special Symbol, Notebook, Match Properties, and Add Extension Line. Let's write the text in the field. Then we'll specify a point for insertion on the object and continue editing. The mechanical notes contains a rather extensive list of editing grips. The first of which allows changing the type of arrow. Next, we can add mechanical notes lines using this plus. Change direction in the mechanical note shelf. Edit the rotation angle. Stretch or narrow. And align text. Also, the first mechanical notes line will always be associated for the element, which information it carries. This also applies to multi-leader. Now, let's continue further to explore the functionality of the next dialog box. Apart from everything else, we can use the context menu by clicking the right mouse button and can link this mechanical note to the text, pick the property from the drawing, and insert objects. Let's use the command Pick from Drawing. For example, take from Property. Choose from Properties. Let's click Area. Confirm the actions. And close the window. When changing the contours of the rectangle, this property will always automatically update, which is very convenient. We can also embed drawings into the mechanical notes line. Let's try to insert object. Select this rectangle. Right-click on the geometry. And use Zoom to Text Height. Confirm the actions. And we see how our geometry was embedded into our line. Besides, we can directly go to Object Settings and set properties for each type of mechanical notes, which will later be used by default in creating the mechanical notes. We can set the settings for mechanical note and also for its text. Confirm the actions. And we can see how our text looks like. There are subtypes of mechanical notes. They are intuitive, so let's not delve into each of them. We can see that the next dialog box with parameter settings looks similarly and contains the settings that were in the previous mechanical notes. Now let's create a multi-leader. Its main difference is that it opens a text editor. To finish the command, you need to click the left mouse button on the drawing. Also, we can edit from the Properties panel, or create a new style for it. Continue. After which we can make changes to the leader format, in the leader structure, and in the content. The only thing to say here is that you can replace a straight line with a spline, but it's inconvenient. We will leave everything here unchanged. For the leader structure, we leave everything as default. And in the content instead of text, we can insert a block. Multi-leader type block. Source block. This list already contains several types of blocks. Let's use the circle block. Attachment center extents. OK and close. Let's verify that we've set a new style. Use the multi-leader. And instead of text, the edit of attributes will open. Specify the tag number, it will be number 1. Approve the actions. This is how the mechanical notes will look with a block instead of text. Now the alignment of the multi-leader. We need to create another multi-leader. Select multi-leaders. Confirm the actions, and choose the multi-leader for alignment. For convenience, you can use the ortho mode and align the multi-leaders to a strict vertical line. Also, to call out in mechanical notes, we can call the note command. And for multi-leaders, we can call the command LE. Or mleader. That concludes our lesson.